My name is Tom Bressette, and I'm the elected chief of the Kettle and Stony First Nation. Well, economic development in our area primarily comes on the back of tourism because there's really no economics in our area. The government, when they set our reserves out, and we were right after the War of 1812, they put us up to protect Canada. So we were Canada's National Guard. We protected the boundaries and everything, but they never really set aside any particular structure for us to make any money on. So we are basically just maintained and kept as government wards. Economic development should change right now because, you know, you can't expect a whole nation of people to exist on welfare payments or transfer payments and contribution agreements. This was our country before it was Canada. And we fought the American colonists who tried to take this country over as on it for its own. And we fought and helped the British, and with them, they promised that they would help us garner and protect our homelands, and which we've done. And as a result of that, we've basically been just sitting in our communities waiting for a military uprising, and none have ever happened, and the ones that have happened were against us by the Canadian government. So we've had a very hard time with economic development because there's no set funding available, there's no set criteria of a program, there is nothing to define the possibility that something will work or whether it won't. So, you know, how do we move into unobserved markets and pick the best area for us? There's no research, no data. They've dropped the ball a million times in dealing with our people, almost like we weren't existing. We were just somebody they were stuck with. And they never tried to help to give us the ability to get out of that rut that we've been in. Those are the real reasons why we struggle with economic development. Because our people were a very, very mobile people. We looked after our own interests. We supported each other, and we lived as what do you call them? Confederations. Groups of our people got together, and that's how we maintained ourselves, much like the provinces do in Canada. We were all the same speaking people: Ojibwe, Anglohoni. We were Sioux. We were different nations of people all across the country, and the government wrote one book, one policy that labeled us the same. No difference on man, woman, or child. The only power we were given was the power to control dogs and noxious weeds. That's the only power the Indian Act gave us today. In this day and age, that's the same power that's in that piece of active legislation. The government regulates and controls one nation of people under economic policy, which is only dogs and noxious weeds. So how are we going to get wealthy? Where is the capital going to come from when we're required to build and construct companies and institutions that are going to create jobs and employment opportunities for our people? Our youth have to have something to project, to look for what they want to do in the coming world, not look at where we've been. We've been in poverty, and we don't want to be impoverished. We were a rich, wealthy people when this country was first accessed. The governments made money off of fur pelts. They charged them at a rate, and then they would take a whole stack full of always a rifle of furs for one rifle, a broken down whole rifle. That's the kind of economics we were taught from the non-native. So theirs is always take, and they've never provided anything for us. So we're in that constant struggle, and we struggle today, and it's really, really sad that a country like Canada has to treat its Indigenous population like this. Well, you know, if they're running out of money, they're obviously not part of the solution. They're a slowly fading entity. And I think what we need are Aboriginal capital corporations, something that has the same authority level as a bank, that has the ability to go to courts and get loans to repossess and take things back if they're not being paid for. Treat us like everybody else gets treated. I mean, that's all we're asking for. We're not asking to be treated special, given special status, but we do want institutions that are created by this government that are going to work for us, not somebody's brainchild that they just think, oh, I got an idea, let's try this on the natives. Well, I'd rather have them get professionals from all around the world to analyze where our companies, our communities are put together, structured, and funded, and tell them, how do you expect these people to get out of poverty when you're forcing them into it? The reality is we need institutions that are based on the Canadian economy. Why do they get to say this is a gross national product? Where's our share of that? Because we did negotiate sharing when we talked about that. We've not gotten our share. Everybody's taken our share and given it across the ocean in billions and billions of dollars and spending all kind of military might and hardware around the world. What's been done for our communities here when we helped build this nation? There's not much been given back to the people who helped create you at the beginning and left a place for all the people in the world come running here now. When they're in a bad spot, they come running to Canada for a refuge. Canada never had this place as a refuge. Our people were the ones that offered this as a refuge for them. Well, it's about time they start looking at the actual real thing that generates that capital. And the majority of the things that are making the money for the government of Canada are coming out of the natural resources of this country. Our people were told to protect those for 7 generations. Anytime we go to make a move, this government should think likewise and start to think down the road, what are we going to do? We don't want a bunch of displaced people starting what's going on over in the Middle East, starting wars because they don't like the ruling power. We need to find solutions here now, today, for these things before they do turn into that. Because I believe in peace and goodwill for all men. I don't believe in a war. I don't believe in fighting. Because nobody had to fight except our people to keep this Canada. We're the ones that have fought so far to keep this a country. And you know, those are the things Canada has to start to recognize. When it was in its infancy and it could have died, we kept it alive. And they need to keep us alive just like we kept it alive as well.